It's gambling time, baby. I'm spending all of my life savings. I'm selling everything I own. I'm getting a loan. I'm not paying my student debt. It's all going straight into Genshin Impact. Let's go. Shit. That was my life savings. Okay. I have like 3 spins that I was saving to show in case anything crazy happened, but you know, I don't think anything's gonna happen. It's literally 3 spins. I got garbage. Literally, I got fucking nothing. Okay. Alright. Genuinely, I didn't know what to play today, and then I remembered that I had this quest. I had this lady's quest to do. Hopefully it's fun. If not, well, I'm still gonna finish it, but I think I finally built up the energy to want to play Dying Light again, which I kind of forgot about. Forgot about that game that existed. And it kind of got overshadowed really hard by Elden Ring. Another thing I have been wanting to do as well is Elden Ring. I want to do Elden Ring randomizer bosses only. So that every enemy in the game is some type of boss. And it's randomized. I also want items randomized. I think that'd make it more interesting, you know. But anyways, I'll figure out how to do that. In the meantime, here's Yelan. The Tian Shu of the Liwei Qixuing is getting on in the years, and the selection of his predecessor is nigh. As the 3 candidates present themselves one after another, some force seems to be stirring seemingly calm waters. Now, even the greatest of chess masters may play false and thus set the game, yet there are already precious few worthy players in the first place, and many more are still those who do not even comprehend that they are on board. I realize a lot of Genshin Impact character quests is just like politics. It's like weird politics. And like how these characters influence the politics of the world. Now, I will say I accidentally started this quest the other day. Because I was literally trying to turn in my commissions and the quest started. I couldn't help it. I skipped through all the dialogue because I was like, what is this shit? I just need to do my dailies before 2 a.m. So I skipped through all of it. The general gist is I have to talk to Uncle Tian. Uncle Xian. Let's go do that. Where is that? Up this way? I've never taken these stairs before, I won't lie. I didn't even know these stairs existed. Cat.
Uncle Tian, we're here to chat with you.
Tian. Yeah, it's Tian.
Oh? What a lovely surprise.
What a lovely surprise.
Oishi,
Welcome.
why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea?
Nod.
I heard that you've been traveling all
I don't know who
over
this
the
guy is,
place
by the way.
recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories.
I genuinely don't know who this guy is. Is everything
Oishi
okay?
told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually catching up with me.
Pepe hands.
As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak.
Oh my
Especially
god.
recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels.
This is this is Germa talking.
I am still very much in good standing
man.
as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
Damn. That's cool.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liu Qixing.
Qixing.
Historically speaking, the Jianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice. So a public selection process would not be suitable.
Interesting.
We also want to keep any prospective Jianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment.
Yeah, you wouldn't want them to be motivated by money or anything of the sorts.
For
That'd be
these
really
reasons,
bad.
the
That'd be really
incumbent
bad.
Jianshu
You know, if someone who's
typically recommends
politically
their
in power was
candidate
motivated
choice.
by money.
This is then
That'd be
approved
horrible.
by the other Qixing members.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
The other Qixing? I think you forgot about. Wait, is Ganyu a Qixing?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as
It's
assessment
Yelan.
officer. In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
Yelan!
Yelan!
Yay,
Jackpot.
Lan.
Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy
Okay.
joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
I'd love to see.
What do you think?
Yes, sure. I'm not really interested.
After all, whoever the next Tianshu is, it doesn't really make any
Yeah, see,
difference.
Paimon
to us.
gets it. He's like, yeah, you know, this is kind of boring, Traveler. We've already done like 3 political story quests in a row. Like, let's not do this.
Still, Paimon's really curious
No,
to see
Paimon.
which candidates Uncle Tian picked. So let's go take a look.
Watch Paimon be some like meta demon, you know what I mean? Like she knows about the video game. She's like, oh fuck, I have to like force dialogue options on Traveler.
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety, too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
That'd be cool.
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Doesn't that give her no incentive to actually try to do this right?
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation.
I just
Oh,
realized Yelan has more
no
than
need to
one
pay for your
wristband.
As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
After telling Uncle Tian about your recent adventures, you return to the entrance of the
You're all
tea
set?
house. Those girls got like 3 wristbands. I forgot who said this, but someone... Who said this? I think it was like a commentary YouTuber who was like, if someone's got more than 1 wristband, you cannot trust them.
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore.
Hey bro, check out my wristband bands. This one's healing rock. Got some nice Egmarite.
So he's
Super
recommended
rare
3
rock.
candidates.
Keeps
Their
you
names
safe
are
from
Qinwei,
diseases.
Mingguo, and
Yeah,
Zhi.
bro. Okay. I like Mingbo. That's a cool name.
Qinwei is a wealthy
Qinwei.
entrepreneur. Mingguo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and
Okay,
travel.
so we have a wealthy entrepreneur. How I interpret this is rich person trying to make a business, right? This is we got Mingbo. I like that name, but Ministry of Civil Affairs, kind of boring. This person's kind of based though.
Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you
Be
forget,
assessing them
since
at
we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a
Yuehai
short
Pavilion.
while.
Tianwei? might be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuahai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Okay.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
All right. Let's go perform an inspection. Woo! So exciting. I love politics.
Take it easy.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes the like whole political side story quest stuff can be fun. Which one was really good? I remember there was one that was kind of political that was still really good. Definitely not Kokomi's. That one kind of sucked. Ayato's was alright, I think. I'd say. It wasn't too horrible. We'll see. There's always an interesting, even if it's minor, little spin on these political
legs are getting
ones.
sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair.
Okay, fuck this guy. That
I've
guy's
dealt
not
with
getting
all
hired.
kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting.
This
for
guy's
an
a privileged fuck. This is the wealthy entrepreneur.
Oh, I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
This guy fucking eats his gum because he thinks it's inefficient to to throw it away.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being
I like this guy.
unreasonable.
This guy's cool.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some
This is
slack.
Mingbo, okay.
We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine.
This guy's based.
Ugh,
Guy-
they're
this
not
gay's
the
cool
best
too.
quality chairs, to be sure.
Best
But
quality
under the circumstances,
chairs.
it would be better than nothing.
This chair's not up to my standard. I'm glad they made this guy an
Looks like all
asshole.
3 candidates have
Makes this
arrived.
really easy.
We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process. I've
Okay.
split it into 2 stages.
Current
Current
affairs.
affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview.
Dude, I'm gonna ask them some hard-hitting questions. How many people have you killed? Where are they buried?
In the
What have
first
you?
stage,
Where were you on
candidates are
March
required to
30th,
submit a manifesto for Liyue's development.
1937?
In the second stage, we will ask them some
Wait, that's too
questions in
far.
person.
That's too far away. Can't regard as a manifesto. Oh God. We asked them to some questions in person. Manifesto doesn't mean like I'm about to like murder some people, right? Like every time I read manifesto, I think of like these insane people who write up like, well, manifestos and then do some crazy shit. Like this word has changed its meaning for me.
Writing
Okay.
a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow. One of them is really thick.
I think I can guess whose that one
It's
is.
also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto.
Wait, really? The things you say before you're appointed? You have to enact upon them? You can't just spew whatever bullshit you want and then not do it?
Failing the
That's
occurrence of
crazy.
some cataclysmic event, they will not
This
be
is-
permitted to
this isn't
change
real
their
life.
plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues.
Imagine having to stick to your key
There's still some
policy
time.
issue.
Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be
Okay.
waiting off to the
Yeah, I'm
side.
sorry.
Just let me know when you're done.
Wait, she's just making me do all the work. It's Yelan next to Yelan. Yelan. Meet Yelan. See through soul. Okay. Let's read. Okay, interesting. Yanwei's manifesto addresses many commercial issues and provides some very penetrating analysis. His view seems to be that Regulation and incentives are both indispensable. Okay. Sure. What about Mingbo? I like Mingbo. Let's Mingbo. Oh god. Covers domestic affairs quite comprehensively, focusing on people's livelihoods. Mingbo kinda based? The greater good means a world that works for everyone. So far, Mingbu is super based. Zikui's manifesto covers domestic affairs, foreign affairs, and checks and balances, all in great detail. Focus seems to be problem solving. It provides better, concise, and clear solutions to various problems. So thick that you only have time to skim through it roughly. So that's too much. There could be something in there that says like murder all X race of people. Like if I can't read that thing in entirety, I don't know if I should be, you know, I don't think I should be committing to that. He wrote too much.
Huh? What did you think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
I like Mingbo. Mingbo's based.
Of course they did.
He kept
They
it
have the
short,
chance to be picked as the
concise.
new Chenshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets.
What did you think, Yelan?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Bro.
We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Chenwei.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you?
Dude. If that's how he walks in, I'm sending him out immediately.
I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing two entirely unfamiliar faces.
Wait. Bro, what the fuck? You don't know me? Famous Taco Turt. I like fought the big dragon thing. I fought, what's that? The snake lizard hydro water thing? I fucking saved your life, bro. Probably.
I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
Expert audience in mind,
Mind
after all.
your tone, mister.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact.
Did you, your communication skills, did you learn them from Cloud Retainer?
Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus?
Oh, now he
yes,
remembers me.
I remember
Oh,
now.
shit.
You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you
Get
will
rid
be
of
able
old
to
people
understand
because
the
they waste
concepts I have
resources.
put
Probably.
forward. Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
This guy is such an fucking. This guy is such a dick.
Oh, is it my turn?
Mingbo!
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
Let's go, Mingbo!
I'm
I'm cheering Mingbo on.
Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled 2,347 cases. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in 16 days.
This guy eats oatmeal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
Hey, you don't have to be good at public speaking. I thought these guys handled things in the background.
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry. Alright, cool.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions
This
to the
guy
best of my ability.
is way too nice and way too my voice. Way too perfect for him to not be like sus, you know what
Your
I mean?
manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, two different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach two very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
This guy's hella sus, dude. He's too
How do
perfect.
you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the
Among
UAI
Us.
Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation,
God.
it would all come down to the results.
It's like he's saying exactly the things we
If it
want to
turned out
hear.
that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
I would take responsibility after I kill everybody. You know, something like that. That's what
Nice
he's saying in his
answer.
head.
All right.
He's evil.
Next question.
Yeah, he's a politician. I'm telling you, in that manifesto,
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
in fine print in his manifesto, in like 0.3 font, there's something in there that says like something fucked up. Also, meh.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings.
Yeah, and I care about my feelings. That guy's an asshole. No, thank you.
Mingguo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in
I
his
like
work,
Mingguo.
very detail-oriented. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingguo is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree more. You're good at this, Yelan.
Last but not least, Jur-E. His manifesto
Jur-E?
is full
Oh,
of
that's how you
pertinent
say it.
details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people.
Sus.
But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like
Interesting.
Jur-E take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great.
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Yelan. There's definitely more to this. And I know Yelan thinks so as well. There's no way she's not gonna be like, suspicious. And then pull her little strings and fucking something crazy's gonna happen. Fucking that guy's gonna turn into a killer troll or something. He's gonna turn into a rune bear. And Yelan's gonna be like, oh shit. This isn't Genshin Impact. This is Elden Ring. Hey, what's up, dog? We found someone absolutely perfect.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Jur-E's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Actually, he's my son.
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's
Oh.
only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Qianwei went on to focus on his business, and Mingguo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Jur-E was with me for the longest duration.
Whoa. So how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tien?
Qianwei was referred to me by an old friend. Mingguo came to my attention in the course of my work. As for Jur-E, that was pure happenstance.
That's even more suspicious. One guy was like, okay, here's an old friend. That makes sense. Mingbo was just great. He's just doing good. What does that mean? Just pure
We
happenstance?
first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of
Who is this?
topics.
Jax? Jax? Get out of here, Jax. I'm doing something.
Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very
Oh,
young.
God.
But he was a gifted student and a fast learner.
He's gonna be Batman.
He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing, and
Sounds like
noticed
he's
how
family to
quickly
you.
He got on. Quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see. But it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
That's not true. You can escape the cycle of life if you do the Dung Eater ending. Whoever cut his beard is a pro.
I don't know, Uncle Tien. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh shit, you're right. Look at that. It's crazy.
There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Do they just fish? I don't know.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tien.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught
Do
fish.
old men really like fishing?
They make
like when
the
I'm
most
old-
beautiful fish soup with
I don't know what I do when I'm
barely
old.
any preparation required.
Depends. Am I old and like chilling? Am I chilling? Am I like good? If I'm not good, I'd probably, and I'm old, right? I'd probably just like do a ton of drugs and just like be like, all right, well, now's the time to experience it. I'm gonna die anyways. Might as well. I'll see God in my like burned into the retinas of my eyes while I snort like LSD and cocaine. Sitting and chilling, probably.
Fresh fish soup. Sounds tasty.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman.
Recipe from
When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful.
Yo, that's even more suspicious. Recently, he's been feeling really sick, and all of a sudden, this guy's got extra ingredients
That
in the soup.
flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances
He's
I
super
have left
sus,
to taste
dude.
it again.
Very.
Ooh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tien, we've reported back.
He probably is to kill him so that he could take power faster.
I appointed
Unless
you
it's
as the
trying to bait
assessment
us into
officer,
thinking that
and
is
I
also
trust
possible.
your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
The way this English voice actor speaks, it's like he constantly ends the sentence, but then continues it. It's just like
Understood.
there's like weird breaks.
Come on.
It's
Let's go talk somewhere else.
interesting. He's a good voice
Bye,
actor, but
Uncle Tien.
I think it's funny. All right, goodbye. Again,
So it's gonna be Juri, right? His
Jiri.
manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
No, Paimon. This is where I hit her.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So, are you gonna give them more tests or something?
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give
Things
you
are
a word
not
of
always
advice.
as they appear.
Things are not always as they appear.
Yeah, we learned that when we went into a cave and got trapped in there and started having like psychedelic visions of other people and things and falling asleep and
The biggest no-no in intelligence
Okay.
work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For
Okay.
example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
yo, this girl's just Ayato. She's got her own like secret dudes who just pop out of nowhere.
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Yelan.
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
They kind of have drip, not gonna
Do they
lie.
scare
Look at these
you?
outfits. Holy
These
shit.
two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading.
What's up?
Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not
Upei?
here right now.
Name sounds familiar.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Isn't the guy who can't swim on a sea inspection?
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil
Of course
Affairs
we're
and look through
inspecting the other guy.
Ningguo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
We'll be taking a look at him.
Yi. Well, obviously, as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Paimon
Let's
Big
go
Brain? Oh shit, I just fucking attacked these people for no reason. I'm sorry. Alright, go north of the wharf and look for Bolai. I wonder what interesting dirt we're gonna find on him. It could also be a complete bait, where the other two are actually horrible.
Take it easy.
Because I feel like there's always something weird and suspicious going on in these stories quests. If they flipped it around on us this time, I feel like that'd be interesting.
What's Bulai doing here today?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit?
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that.
Dude, back in the day, to make money is the shit you had to do. Come on, man. I got Sunsetas. They're the best. You gotta buy them for up to mark price.
I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so.
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet.
Yeah, and you have to like bait them with this shit. Like, oh yeah, actually no, people do this, don't they? With eBay. I've heard of people pulling shit like this. It's actually even worse. If someone's like selling something, right? Wait. People have told me stories about this. I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, okay. If people want to buy something, I heard what some people do is they'll make alternate accounts and throw like horrible lowballs and just like annoy this one person who's selling the thing you want for like 2 weeks straight with lowballs. And then that's when you come in and then you throw a lowball, but a lowball that is way higher than all of the other offers you've been spamming this person in your alternate accounts, right? So then, you know, it kind of shifts the perspective and they're like, oh, fine, I whatever. And so they end up selling it to you for a lower price due to your strategic harassment. It's even worse than the past. You couldn't do that shit back then. Sounds mean? No, it's strategic bullying. Gotta get that TV 50% off. You know what I'm saying?
If you won't take them, I'll just have to partner with them instead. And neither of us wants that.
Oh yeah, and in the reverse scenario, you can just lie and be like, yeah, actually, you know, someone's already offered like or 75 on the TV. You know, like I don't think I can do a 50. That's like honestly like someone's already offered 75 and I rejected them. So like, but honestly, I'm thinking maybe selling it to them. And then that's, you know, it's like this like fucking battle.
Okay, well, when you put it that way,
Yeah, see?
I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't sell a single one to Second Life.
Like, how do you even know that he's telling the truth? Maybe you just got conned, bro.
Oh, what are you doing here?
See, the way I learned how, like, annoying this, like, trading bullshit is when I tried to, like, pull this shit off in TF2, right? People always do these videos where it's like, oh, TF2 trading from 0 to nothing to like $200 hats or whatever. And they do this shit where they like try and lowball key prices on hats and then sell the hats for higher and then lowball again on higher tier hats. But like, I don't know how you do this shit, because who's gonna accept your lowball offer? Nobody. Nobody. You'd have to like dig through the depths of earth to find someone stupid enough to lowball sell you a hat. I don't know. I tried to do it. It was such a pain in the ass. No one would ever sell me a hat for lower than what it's marked up on. And then no one would ever buy a hat for higher than what it's marked up on. All these YouTubers, they're just liars. They're liars.
And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
Basically, in conclusion, this trading shit, this like persuasion trading, fucking lying to people shit, it just annoys me. I can't explain it. It just pisses me off. Knock yourself out.
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri?
Juri?
Yes, he's quite well known.
Yeah, he killed my mother.
I heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and oh, how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo Boutique.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Paimon, shh.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you?
These guys are so greedy.
Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... Ah, that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Yelan. Come on, let's follow them. and listen
Sneak
in.
mission! I hope there's a sneak mission.
Try not to let him see
Yes!
us. We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
Become the fruit. Become the goods. Oh shit! Too close!
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance.
Oh shit.
So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Sneaking. Hell yeah. Quick.
Thank you very much, Miss Yelan.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These
I
days,
am the chest.
It's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
I wasn't paying attention to anything they were saying. I have too much fun in the sneaking section.
Get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Juri's a great guy.
Not me, Paimon. Not
We
me.
shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Yeah, he might be like mumbling to himself.
Do we have to? Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri because you want to be Tianshu yourself, are you?
Paimon, you're so rude.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf we go!
Dude, Paimon would kill somebody for food. There's gonna be a critical, like, lore moment where she's like offered to betray Traveler, and she's like, no. And they're gonna offer like fucking Korean barbecue for free for the rest of her life, plus Starbucks free rest of her life, and she'd be like, hell yeah, I'm murdering Traveler right now. Top 10 anime betrayals. I'd do that. I'd kill for Starbucks for life. Just kidding. I would not. That's not worth it. Bring barbecue? Maybe. Okay, maybe if it was sushi, I'd consider. If I was Paimon and I was offered to betray Lumine, if it was free sushi for the rest of my life, I'd consider it.
The wharf is as busy as ever.
Wharf. Wharf,
I hear
wharf.
the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Soon? They said what? Soon? It's a fucking huge ass fish, dude.
What would you like to buy today?
I love his voice actor. What would you like to buy today? We're gonna ask about someone.
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity.
That's not true. She went,
Without batting an eyelid.
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him.
Paimon said that. You're right. She did just say like, whoa! Did you hear that, Traveler? You're right. What the fuck? No one ever hears Paimon though.
Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing
Dude,
up.
I really like this guy's
Had to work
voice.
several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet.
Make ends meet.
How does that saying go?
What does that saying
What
go?
doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Doesn't kill you makes
Well,
you
if there's
stronger.
anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Be in for a
Why is that?
disappointment.
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally
Terrible.
nothing
I like
to
how
write
he
home
says
about.
terrible.
If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Then you need to pay this guy more money.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Interesting. It's almost intentional. The way in which he has divulged himself to be known.
Here to buy some fish?
I don't think that's a word.
300 for one
That's
or
the
3
proper
for
usage of that word.
1,000.
300 for one or 3 for 1,000. Yo, that's a steal.
You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow, she switched identity again.
Paimon, shut the fuck up. So I slap her.
Society for Fish Price Research. I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
Dude, why are you getting so defensive? I'm not saying you did do anything illegal.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey.
That is sus. What do you mean I'm putting
a certain jury
poison in my fish? I'm not doing anything of the sort.
Prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
Selling fresh fish at low prices.
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So, I wouldn't be surprised to find out he's been selling a few fish. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him I said that.
Don't tell him I said that.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him.
That's interesting. Why does he care? Okay.
I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame, and nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him, that's all.
Interesting. Selling fish for low prices. Cares a lot what people think about him.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Not a problem. And just for the record, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. Thanks for that information. Hey, do you guys have anything to say? These guys are... I don't know what these guys are talking about. These guys are writing a book to each other. I think I just witnessed... I saw her say, I'm calling the guards. I think maybe I should have read what they're saying. Talking about.
Hey, it's you guys. Wait, what's the phrase? Oh yeah. Honored to meet you.
I have no idea who this person is.
What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
Yeah, kid.
But of course.
And the master.
We also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Yes, she is.
Great! So what do you wish to know? Nothing happens on this street that I don't know about.
So honestly, this kid's kind of stupid. I wouldn't really trust anything he has to say.
Now she's lying to a kid.
Seems to have made his day.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one by the name of Jur-E?
Oh yeah, that guy. He kicked me into a lake.
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of Juri. For example,
See what I mean? This kid's
can't
stupid.
remember.
He's not gonna know anything.
Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about sword-fighting heroes.
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this. Do you remember
I don't remember his face, but he
roughly
pushed
when
over
you
an
all
oval.
started talking
Yeah.
about Jur-E?
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay.
Before that, people always used to talk about Juri in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him.
Damn.
Sometimes he gives me candy.
Society.
So I'm glad
Oh
that
shit!
people are
No,
starting
stay
to
away
like
from him.
now.
Don't ever take his candy ever again.
Just as I thought.
Duggo, I'm warning you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Duggo. Don't eat his candy.
Just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about jury stories in the street. They seem like nice people.
Interesting.
Oh, definitely.
Great. So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I guess I can
Don't
share
give
some
them
of
your
my candies
candies.
with them too.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Well then.
He's
fare
using
thee
this
well,
kid to
Master
fucking...
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Strange? What was strange about it?
Hit Paimon again. I don't know why Paimon today looks so puntable.
Jury seems to have a great reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gao spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
Like, during my birthday, I want a Paimon pinata.
True. But the issue is,
Like, that'd be
where
fun,
did his
you know what I
sudden
mean?
celebrity come from? It almost seems too good to be true.
Sudden? Too good to be
Yeah, everyone
true?
hated him. He was like
What
some
do you mean?
like dude. Plus, apparently he seems to care about what people think about him, right?
So he returns cruelty with kindness and had to
Which-
work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. That's a little over the top, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. That's the reaction I would expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His
Yeah?
childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor. None of these are recent events.
True?
So why are these stories only going around now?
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about
Stayed
him?
poor his entire
He
life.
stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned, he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign.
Someone's helping him?
Right. And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu at Xixing.
Interesting.
That's the worst case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
You know, it's probably the Fatui. It's always the Fatui.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? That sounds serious. What should we do? Even if we asked Juri about
Kill
it,
Juri.
surely there's no way he'd admit it.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Jur-E must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
That's what I said at the
we should be able to
beginning. I
find
said you
some
need to read the
hints in
whole
Jur-E's
thing.
manifesto on who we're dealing
Can't skim
with.
through it.
Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea House.
I'm so smart, dude. I knew it, and there's gonna be something hidden in there. Or the Fatui are like planning some malicious do-diggery. Do-diggery, is that a word? Do-diggery? I was gonna say shenanigans, but the Fatui... I don't know if shenanigans is an accurate descriptor for Fatui, since they tend to do some fucked up shit. Like, I heard in the manga for Genshin Impact, one of the Fatui harbingers is like a fucking... They like kidnap kids and experiment on them.
Jur-E's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Okay.
I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together.
Paimon doesn't get one.
Officially, the assessment is already over, and I'll be expected to announce the results before long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as quickly as we can.
Okay.
We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tien might think of Jur-E, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious. We'll have to look carefully and think critically.
Okay. Pick the manifesto carefully.
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
Let's read C. Due to a variety of factors, sea storms have become stronger in recent years. Just that we set up a special patrol unit to deal with sea monsters. The fleet should consist of the following. Covers various issues related to coastal defense. Okay, that's interesting. Much of Leeway's folklore suggests Rex Lapis left a great deal of wealth in the mountains of Leeway. However, due to obstacles hindering the excavation operations at the chasm, many projects have been called off. The workers of the Black Cliff Forge have been idle near the Golden House for a long time now. They should be given first refusal if any suitable projects arise. Covers mining, tunnel construction, and ruin exploration, so he wants to explore the chasm. The treacherous terrain around Huangyuan Stone Forest and Xingyun Peak means the area has weak transport links. The sheer mountain peaks are connected only by rope bridges. They are dangerous to walk on and unwholly suited for the transportation of goods. These areas are rich in medicinal herbs and ore deposits. Building a road network around the mountains would be beneficial for everyone. Okay, so we have sea defense, which I guess, you know, is not too suspect. The chasm stuff is a little suspect, but only because we know, like, the fucked up shit that's in the chasm. I don't know if he does. And the road stuff is fine. I don't think there's anything suspicious about that.
Reading is giving Paimon a headache. Let's take a break.
Bruh.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers!
Little helpers.
Sure. If you're back, that means you finished investigating Qianwei, right?
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they asked me to leave, but I always had another trick up my sleeve.
Don't drag this out. Just tell us your findings.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him.
So he's an asshole, but he's pretty good.
The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Qianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his name?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Qianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all. Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets.
What?
It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
I kind of like that. That's kind of funny, actually.
What a strange guy. It's like he's not doing business to make mora, but instead...
He just wants to show off,
to
dude.
validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights. It's all the result of his first-hand experimentation.
I'm back! Huh? How come you're here?
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess superior skills, and am always one step ahead of the competition. Well, When you're the competition, at least.
You...
Bruh.
Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. If I hadn't had something else to take care of on the way, I would have been back long before you. Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Mingbois.
Yelan, I think you need to get some new dudes.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Mingbois struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Mingbois at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Mingbois is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today.
Mingbo, let's go Mingbo!
According to Miss Yu, the Ministry often gets Mingbois to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. People feel much more confident in something if it has his stamp of approval. Oh, and also, there was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbois gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
Whoa, that's hard to imagine.
Let's go,
like
Mingbo.
I said before, things are not always as they appear.
Ah, so that's what you meant by that. Paimon's starting to get it now.
Paimon, you get what we mean. You're not as you appear either.
Thank you both. You're free to go now.
Goat baby.
So, have you finished reading the manifesto?
Still have a bit left.
Finish reading the manifesto with Yelan.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries.
Perhaps we have to look at it as a whole.
The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Cheungshu Pool redevelopment plan. Cheungshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there.
Ajdaha?
So there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Cheungshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend.
You have Klee now, though. She could blow it open.
Jur-E's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. It seems out of step with the rest of his plans. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions.
So let's get it for ourselves.
Did you find anything?
Excavation? Project? Treasure?
The rock chapter?
Similar in our half of the manifesto?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah! Jur-E said the Blackcliff Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much
Blackcliff
clearer.
Forge to excavate
So
the
Jur-E wants
treasure
the
of
Blackcliff
Cheungshu Pool.
Forge to excavate the treasure of Cheungshu Pool.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Jur-E's secret supporter?
No, not likely. I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They aren't involved with any powerful factions at present. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge, we should see where they lead. We may well find something new.
Find our Ruma Fatui in there.
and Mingboa both turned out to be completely different than what we thought.
You'll speak for yourself, Paimon.
What about Jur-E? Is there another side to him too?
Alright, let's investigate the forge. This is interesting. I'm still voting for Mingbo though. Oh wait, isn't there a plate? I can feed a dog here, can I? Where is it? It's over here, right? Hello? Dog? I swear there was like a plate here you could feed a dog. Hello doggy. I don't have any food for you because I don't know where I'd put the food.
It's raining again? Oh, this isn't
Yeah,
good.
whatever.
If the rain washes away the traces, it's gonna set us back a long way.
Bow for the win. I don't actually know who the Black Cliff Forge is. I just know they have weapons. But, you know, I'm a little rusty on some of the lore and some of the factions. Sometimes it's too much.
This is the Black Cliff Forge.
Is this a place that
Let's look around for
exists?
clues.
What the fuck? I've never been here before. This is a dump. Nothing of note happened today. Nothing of note happened today. Payday. 3 new recruits joined. Can't believe people are willing to join us at a time like this. One of the newcomers is very skilled. Got made the team leader. Nothing of note happened today. Interesting. So recently, 3 new people joined.
A diary?
Yeah, a diary that they just keep out in
From
the open.
back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We
Okay.
don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers, who could have sent them?
Yeah.
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Black Cliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place.
Yeah.
No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure.
Yeah, we want the treasure.
So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Hold on, there's this dude here. Gummer. This is the security perimeter of Black Cliff Forge. Please watch what you do. Tell me about Black Cliff Forge. Interested in the forge. I'm quite the expert. I used to work here, but my body eventually couldn't keep up with the work inside. With a little luck, I was able to join the Millilith afterwards. In broad strokes, Black Cliff Forge is staffed by miners who smelt ores as they dig tunnels. Of course, this will reinforce the tunnels and build factories with safety considerations in mind. The bounty that Rex Lapis is bestowed upon Leeway all resides in this mine, and building factories within the mountain itself is the most efficient method of extracting that bounty.
Standing guard ain't so bad.
Okay, he's doing a really bad job at standing guard. I just climbed over the fence. Yo, there's nothing in here. This guy's guarding nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting. Is this a new place? I feel like I've never seen this before.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something?
Iron Shoulder?
I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let us join them.
It's so suspicious.
I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else.
Alright.
Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious.
Is that footprints? Tracks? Right
Drinking
there
in
beneath
Liyue
us?
Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
Okay, so it's either treasure hoarders or Fatui. Those are the two options right now. I don't know. Well, I feel like it's more grandeur for Fatui. It's more grandeur if the Fatui were doing this, because the Fatui always try and pull some weird shit like this. But also treasure hoarders is also, you know, a reasonable expectation. Though I feel like it wouldn't be... To have planned it out this far is very untreasure hoarder-like.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor.
Unless, of course,
Maybe we were wrong about that.
that guy is a treasure hoarder because he used to be poor, right? So maybe he turned to a life of crime and then, as a treasure hoarder, devised this intricate
Just
plan.
as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
That way? Which way? Oh, this way. Huh.
Take it easy.
This isn't Liyue Harbor.
The footprints stop here.
Okay.
But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house.
It's a good inference. Investigate the abandoned camp. It looks like there may have been a fight here, but it's hard to say for certain. This was the work of a professional, but who? Compacted mud. These stripes and dirt were likely made by a bamboo mat. This means someone slept here. Bamboo mat is nowhere to be seen now. Okay, so they've relocated. Burned out fire? Fire that burnt out. Something was burnt here not too long ago. I smell some more suspicious stuff out here. Oh. Find fresh fruit pit. In the pile of leaves, it seems like someone here was recently, but you can't find any more clues.
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed.
Which means they know we're on their trail?
Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've got to go back there sooner or later.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Guess this is where our trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions
Yo, what
produce
the
different
hell?
odors when they're...
Really? Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
Smell a very gentle fragrance.
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see.
Oh shit. That's nausea. Fatui.
Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind.
Exactly. I still don't know how to say
The evidence
that.
will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with. But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with.
Of course, it's Fatui.
Lady Yelan!
Not even worth the
Thank
tease.
goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Why is he crying?
Who are you?
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei.
Oh, it's the guy.
He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since Jur-E likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around.
Oh, shit.
I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Black Cliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Juri before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard.
Bruh.
Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Black Cliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Juri once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me. No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
It's poison.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence. Well, any suggestions?
Catch them red-handed?
Not a bad idea. Upe, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Juri, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yohai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
I see. Okay. Wait until 9 to 11 following day. What happens if we fail to catch him red-handed, though? Does that mean he just wins and now we have a huge problem? Hopefully not, huh? 9/11. I didn't mean for that. I'm sorry. Yo, that's so far away. Go here. Do we? Not even worth the tease. Alright. Let's go. Look, all my energy is just like deflated out of me. Whoopee cushion deflated. Oh my god, I hope she didn't die there. Okay.
Here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tien entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough.
That's rude.
And because of his personality, he struggles to win people over.
You're super rude, Yelan. How dare you say that about my Mingbo?
In contrast, Juri is evenly balanced across the board and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Juri to the Liyue Qixing.
What?
Oh,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of your great talents.
Don't worry, after we out this motherfucker, we're going straight for Mingbo.
Would either of you entertain the possibility
He was a
of
Mingbro.
working with me in the
I'm a
future
Mingbro.
and taking on some of my workload?
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Juri, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tien proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
Count me out. I'm not in the mood for a celebration.
Juri seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, traveler. Tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave!
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
God damn it, we got stuck with these losers. Except Mingbo. Mingbo's not a loser. I just realized I called Mingbo a loser. He's not a loser.
Yelan, Jury has
But he
gone
prevented
towards
me from
Feiyun
stalking him. God damn it. On towards Feiyun
Follow
Slope.
him. Quick.
Or why'd you come back to report that?
Sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Maybe Uncle Chen
Difficult to say,
is part of the
but everything should
Fatui.
become a lot clearer when we find him.
Maybe Uncle Chen is being blackmailed, right? Maybe he mentioned the fish soup recipe for a specific reason to make him
Sorry, Lady
suspicious.
Yelan. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Juri didn't let his guard down. Still as vigilant as ever.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Shinue Kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover.
Yo, why
I
didn't
figured
one
that
of
if
you
we
just
spooked
follow him?
It would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then. But without any evidence, that would have been meaningless. So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinue Kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. The key is figuring out what he's trying to achieve. Let's go to Shinue Kiosk.
Okay. Also, that he should have totally followed the suspicious guy. No, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you. This girl has the Anya things. Well, they're not as pointy. They're rounded instead. What are these called? They're like double hats. I don't know. Double side of head hats.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose,
They're bun
and you don't
covers.
even ask him about it?
Anya has those, right? Does Anya have buns, or does she just wear them because she's weird?
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
Also, what do you mean, what grounds do we have to question? The guy changed his outfit in the middle of your
Okay,
restaurant.
fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange?
Oh, this guy's getting naked in my restaurant and putting on different clothes? Whatever.
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he was here?
Enjoyed the show.
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware. I see. Let's go.
The casino.
Shigu Antiques.
Oh, never mind. Sorry, but when he just started taking his clothes off, I couldn't move. He's just too handsome. It's the lady that's like super rude for no reason.
Hey, Miss Lin Long. Sorry to bother you.
Oh no, this is
Sure
the nice
he
one.
ordered a wanware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
Sure. Which model are you looking for?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Jur-E's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
Jur-E picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item.
Okay, I was like weirded out by this girl's voice. I was like, who is this and why?
Just so
It
you're
sounded
aware,
weird for a moment.
we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that
Sounds
Mr.
fine now.
Jur-E has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage the price to go up a little.
Don't worry, price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Jur-E's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Jur-E, but...
2.
Okay. Thanks, Lean Long. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. All right, see you next time.
Who's that girl's voice? Sounds familiar, but also
This is turning
strangely
into a real headache.
off.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
Bruh.
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Fair point.
Oh god.
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jur-E went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Shinue Kiosk anyway?
To celebrate with someone else.
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What if this is all a misunderstanding and he has like a wife in Snezhnaya, right? Because remember, she said there was a perfume on the letter that was burnt, which originally had that fragrant because it's often sprayed on the ink to add a little romance. So what if he's from that place and he just didn't want to be like suspicious because the Snezhnaya is related to Fatui and nobody likes the Fatui. This could just be a huge misunderstanding as well.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates alcohol
He's just
because
celebrating
of what it
with
did
his
to
wife.
father. If he was just looking to
Oh, that's
celebrate
true
by
too, huh?
himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses. No, this is a victory feast, held in honor of Jur-E's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status, hence the need for expensive-looking wineware. Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Fatui, expensive wineware.
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the
Snezhnaya.
Northland Bank.
Snezhnaya, that's how you say it. Snezhnaya. I have to remember that. I always forget how to say that.
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move? If so, you can count me in.
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Jur-E may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Okay.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jur-E bought that liquor for and follow them instead.
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Jur-E might be going.
Okay.
I want eyes.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yenshang Tea House.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, so instead of following him, they're following whoever potentially will be walking out of either of those places. Or Fatui run areas. The Fatui are such weird group of people, because like to us, knowing all the shit they've done, they're like evil. But to the general public, they're just like another faction run by Snazia.
Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jerry mentioned in his manifesto.
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that.
Okay.
Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them!
Don't worry, I can teleport.
Go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time.
Let's go! I'm telling you, we're gonna go there and it's gonna be him having a nice date with his Nazian wife.
This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere
Just
around
literally a
here.
Machiro right there. What
Follow
the fuck?
me.
There's a worker's entrance? Right here.
There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground. The
Okay.
workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here.
Yeah.
By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
They're not playable Paimon, so they're not allowed to join us in this domain. Enter the ruins! Oh, thanks. Look at the amazing treasure that this gives me. One of these? Amazing! Let's take Yelan in. Yelan is somewhat built. So let's hope. I think I do like on a E press, right? She does like 22k, which is kind of crazy just for like an E.
Gotcha.
19k? That's not bad. That's not bad.
Illusion shattered.
Wait, why is Yelan number 4? No, wait, it replaced my Yelan with theirs. It's ruining the order of my button placements. I don't like this.
There is no
How do they do this?
As I expected, but this shouldn't be too much trouble.
Okay. Gasp. It's a person.
I see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door. That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry.
God, we're underground, which means Undertale monsters have been here and put puzzles in our path. Dear God. Not puzzles.
This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight.
What is
Trying to
this?
break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
What is this? Okay. What is this?
Take it easy.
Oh, this is new. That's cool. That's new. Right? That used to be rock stuff, but now there's like a fire version, I guess. Or pyro version.
Busted.
Busted.
Game's up. Fun's over. Shine down.
Let's go. Vaporize. Yeah, this team's pretty good. I like this team. Good team. There's the little fire spirit thing that we need. What are these actually supposed to be called? They kind of just float around. They're not like Sealies. Unless they're like baby Sealies, that'd be pretty cute. Wow. What's happening?
The water's gone down. Hey, look! Is that another way through?
My boy fucking did this entire puzzle and then walked through the door and closed it. Did he have to do this to go to go that way as well? Or am I the... Look, this doesn't make any sense, right? Because if he didn't have to do the puzzle, why is the puzzle here to begin with? Right? Like, why not just close the door and, like, disable the door puzzle? What the fuck is all this? Okay, so we need 2 of the fire thingies. Imagine they're both in here. Right. This is 4 suspicious barrels here. Okay, never mind, there's nothing in there. What is this? Oh, it's a door. Okay, got another door. Okay.
Take it easy.
Chest. Huh. Stone wall cannot be moved from this side. What the fuck? Oh gosh.
Quietly now. Gotcha. Illusion shattered.
Only bad thing about this team is it's really... Oh, actually, never mind. I lied. Let's say it's really hard to pop hydro bubbles, but I forget that Yelan has literally, like, this arrow shooting ability, which applies hydro. Never mind. I feel like every bow character never uses the bow, and the only one who does, Yoimiya, is, like, literally the worst character in the game. Chest. Yeah, we got both of them now. And another chest. What is this? Push? Can I not push that anymore? Push. Oh, shortcut. Okay. Cool. Is there anything here? Chest? No. Ow. My, like, wrist hurts. Puzzle. Okay, it filled up that hole. Oh. Okay. That's cool.
The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
Okay, so now we got the actual puzzle. So what am I trying to do here? Okay, that lit up. Soft sound is heard underneath the statue. Yeah, I imagine I want all the orange ones on these corners. That would make sense, right? We have to get this orange one there somehow. Move this here, move that there, and then we can cycle these around in a circle. Wow, this is so intuitive. This is way better than their other puzzles. I really like this, like, shows which side you're gonna push. That's cool. Okay. I feel like they've had puzzles like this before, but you had to, like, choose the direction in, like, a menu, which was kind of annoying.
Let's go.
I'm glad they're getting better at their puzzle solving or puzzle mechanics. Nice chest.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Gotcha. About to get dicey. There is no escape.
Machine gun time, baby. I did 19K in there with clean. That was crazy. Shrooms. Okay.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed.
We got
I'm
him.
impressed.
Maybe it's his husband.
Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
I still believe this is a huge misunderstanding and this is his husband and he's just shy and nervous because the Fatui are evil. I believe in you. Okay, never mind. This guy's super sus.
Oh, sorry. That went down the wrong way. I've never drunk anything this strong before. It'll take me some getting used to.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
This is like frat shit, dude.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup.
Dun dun dun.
Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Evil villain laugh.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your hard work.
Boy. Not even scared of, you know, being immoral and literally murdering someone slowly. He's more scared of getting caught. This guy's kind of more fucked up than I thought he was.
I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup.
Bruh.
What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result.
Guy is kind of crazy.
Think of that?
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tien Shu. Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as we instruct. Aside from Qing Shu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tien hasn't been feeling well recently. What a nasty guy! Seize him!
Hold on. Did you bring a camera?
I
If
always
not,
got one on
You
me.
can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Drinking with Yusupov.
Excellent liquor.
Excellent liquor.
We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. It's been a real headache for me. But soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a successful mission. Thank you, Juri. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no
That's
matter how
rude.
hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time. Just look at your two competitors. Chen Wei had wealth. Ming Boa had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Dude, he just compared you to a dog. I think you maybe should reevaluate your friends.
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
And not even like the cool dog where you're like, yo, dog, how's it going, dog?
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want. How about that?
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time. So the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera?
Plenty.
Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make sure to get me home safely afterward.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Okay, he's gonna poison him. He's gonna poison the guy.
Whoa, this is the good stuff.
That was...
It is great.
Look, okay, I get it. Maybe he's changing his mind and he's being a good guy, but this guy literally is just poisoning another human being, I think. I don't know if we should trust this guy still.
What the?
He's the only one who knows. Yeah. Right. Leave no witnesses. Oh my god.
Jur-E, you poisoned my wine? But when?
Literally right in front of you.
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you. They'll get to the bottom of this. Mark my words.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge.
Underneath is a pile of explosives, and next to the door in the dark room, there are 3. Yo, wait, what?
I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives. The ruins will collapse, and everything will
This
be
guy's
buried.
crazy. This guy's insane.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself. The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths of the entire crew.
This guy's
Faced with
crazy,
the
dude.
overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you.
Look at Yelan in the back, just chilling.
It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then, I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
Hey, this guy's perfect.
Jur-E, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui is a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here to... After I die, they'll come looking, and they'll get to the bottom of this.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second in command, Theophan?
What? How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
That traitor! Cheryi, you...
Shh. Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is either my accomplice or about to be taken out of the picture. Sweet dreams, Mr.
This guy is so crazy, dude. Okay, you know what? Hire him. I like him. This guy's a fucking psychopath. You've been cornered. Damn, I kind of wanted him to kill all of them. That'd be funny. And Yelan would just be like, you know, this guy kind of is... He's kind of
I did a
good.
little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan.
Bro, the character
I
switch.
happened to discover a Fatui operation here.
This guy...
So I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be
This
only
guy
too
is a
happy
psychopath.
to have you join me in investigating this matter.
Yeah.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability.
Damn, bro.
Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future. I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think?
Uncle Chien has always trusted you.
Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
That's enough. That's enough.
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan. but you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Opportunity?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone
Interesting.
remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Yelan, I just want to remind you, this guy almost murdered 4 people.
No,
Actually, no, he
it could
probably
be
did murder
dangerous.
1 person.
You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry.
Careful.
As long as they're willing to cooperate, this will be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
That was pretty cool. Alright, I've been needing to pee for like the past like 30 minutes. I'll be back.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Liam Beak.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Wait, so what's the rest of this quest? I think that Ji was in such a hurry to silence Yusupov tonight. Well, now that seems the mess is over, it's time to clean up. That was pretty interesting. I liked that. That was fun. That was cool. I mean, it was... I mean, I did kind of predict it right, literally right at the beginning, but I think nonetheless it was interesting. I like the fishing. What would you call it? Metaphor that was going on, because this little shtick is that he's impatient little boy who just wants to get things done. And I remember they kept saying that he would always sell like the shittiest, tiniest fish for really low prices. So I think that's interesting. It's a nice little thing. Wait until after 8 the following day. I don't know. That guy clearly he is a very talented individual, but I don't know if you'd want someone as psychopathic as that to be in charge of anything, really. At the school. Oh, we're gonna talk to Uncle Chien. Hello, Uncle Chien. Your student has been poisoning you.
There is now no poison left in his system.
Baizu!
But recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
You're right, he did have a manifesto.
Dr. Baizu.
No.
Is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most
2 to 3 years. The boy's got like 2 to 3 years anyways. What the fuck?
Good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom-seen poison? It seems
The snake is cute.
Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tien will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much.
What's up, Baizu? Nod. Nod of acknowledgement to each other.
Thank you
Drip
for
gang.
all you've done to resolve this situation. And I'll have to make some tea in a moment. You simply have to try it.
You feeling any better?
Yes. The exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tien. In my opinion, Zhi is
Let's
not
go,
suitable for the
Mingbo!
position. But Qianwei and Mingbo both have potential.
Mingbo, Mingbo,
You have
Mingbo,
my
Mingbo.
People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this. But whenever it happens, it's still a dismal experience.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tien not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tien. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi.
Still drink his soup though.
Normally, the Yue High Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tien?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. So I secretly investigated him. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start?
What if none of this had ever
I
happened?
never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people, but I don't attach great importance to them. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu.
Ganyu?
I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things. What I really admired about Zhi was his intelligence and resilience.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy, and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Zhi was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Xinyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor. Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Zhi would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly
Oh.
afterwards.
But that's still really dangerous.
This guy's crazy, dude.
Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote.
I
He
like
didn't
I like
hesitate to put
characters like
himself in
that though,
harm's
who are
way
just
to
so
achieve his goal.
driven to do anything. I want a character like Yuri, but give him a vision. You know what I mean? I want someone like that, some hardcore, crazy, insane, a maniac.
Yuri now?
Give him a vision. I'll take that character.
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yenfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price.
I just want a villain as a playable character. I just want an insane person to be a playable character. I just love insane characters
Still,
in video
he's
games, or in, I guess
He
in
didn't
anything
turn down
really.
my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
Hopefully, Scaramouche is like retains his villain status. You know what I mean? He doesn't become like Traveler's best friend or something.
Deal. Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yep.
Yes, Juri's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tien, Yelan, what are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process. With Yusupov in our hands, and a statement from Jur-E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive.
I see.
Also, we'd be able to
Wow.
gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second in command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options.
So this is your real plan.
Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
Yes,
We
Paimon.
got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved.
Regrator? Who's that? Harbinger Regrator? Why does that sound like the name of like an alligator cereal mascot?
The Fatui
Yeah,
forces are
Regrator.
concentrated here.
You know what I
Regrator
mean?
was
He's
only
like a
treating this
cool
as a peripheral
alligator
concern.
with sunglasses. He's got a backwards cap. He wears a skateboard. And he has a really good cereal.
It's a pity that Theophan
Yeah,
got away.
exactly.
But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
That's a new Harbinger, though. I'll take it.
I have to ask, Yelan, do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House. In my estimation,
No, put
you
Mingbo
are
in
more
power. What's wrong with his voice? I
Oh,
love his
that.
voice.
I was obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role, as Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger. All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days, and I still
Bye,
have to
Yelan.
prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out.
Bruh.
But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too
Misadventures
long.
of Flapjack.
Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot
Dude,
of people
Flapjack
are
was such a
watching you
fucked up
for
show.
a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tien. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one, wouldn't you?
Alright, that was cool. Do we know what Regrator looks like, or is that like literally new? Regrator. Genshin. Do we have an idea of what he looks like? Pantalone. His name is Pantalone. Also known as Regrator. He's the 9th of the 11th Fatui Harbingers. Said that he's the wealthiest of all Harbingers and he has a unique understanding of wealth as well as having a grand plan with it. Pantalone has not yet made an in-person appearance. This is literally the first time they're referencing Regrator, aka Pantalone. Yo, he better have some baller ass poofy pants. That'd make him cool. Alright, well, I think that's the end of that. I just have like a few other like shitty things to do. I don't even have enough to spin. Bruh. I wanted to do at least one more gambling spin before I like played something else. What is? Damn. Yeah, even if I get one more, I'm not even gonna get a 3 or a 4-star. All right. That was very cool. Very cool quest. I got to see Yelan do stuff. She shot a bow. Pokemon? Lechonk. I'm definitely gonna play the new Pokemon just for Lechonk. That is the only reason I'm getting the new game. Don't know if I'm good. Dude, I'm just buying all the Pokemon games and not finishing any of them. I still have Arceus too. But Arceus doesn't have Lechonk, you know what I'm saying? Also, 100%, like, Lechonk is gonna turn into an ugly bastard. Like, that's just what's gonna happen. I'm sorry. The Pokemon team has already designed them. Lechonk's gonna go from Lechonk to Donk Donk to ugly bastard in an NTR. That's what... that's the fate of Lechonk. I promise you. Did I do my commissions already? I think I did them last night. At least finish the Pokemon games to catch Arceus. Catch Arceus? Damn. I don't know, that's too much work. Oh wait, yeah, you have to fill the end of to Pokebank them? Damn, you're right. God damn. That's gonna be so much work though. I'll think about it. I'll probably will, honestly, eventually. Well, Brilliant, what was it? Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Shining Pearl isn't that good, honestly. Like, the most fun part of that game was digging in the mines. The rest of it was kind of just like Diamond and Pearl, but like reskinned. Wisps to catch Spirit Tombs. Speedrun? Maybe, yeah. Probably. I did spend like 8 hours just to get to the first gym. All these quests, dude. Holy shit. I never want to do any of these because I have to read all of it. And like, I don't want to read all of that. Alright, there's something I wanted to do. What did I want to do? I wanted to do Yelan mats, I think. And then I'm probably going to play something else. Oh shit, there's this. Okay, I'll do this. How much resin do I have? I could do this twice. Digimon? I don't know, I never watched the cartoon Digimon. I don't know if I'd have the same passion for it, you know? When I play Pokemon games, I like think of the show and I'm like, oh wow. That's cool. Ow. My Yelan good? I can't tell.
Here comes the catch.
I can't tell because every time I do this, Raiden Shogun just ends up killing everything. So I feel like I can't even tell if she's any good. Her E does 20k. Fuck, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to restart it. Damn it. Maybe I should look up Yelan DPS guide. I think someone's done a physical attack Yelan. That'd be pretty cool. I know there's a physical attack Zhongli, right? Kind of sucks, but I mean, at least you get to see his cool kick. Sounds terrible. But think about the kick.
Quietly now.
Jumpy Dumpty go! Hiya!
Busted.
Busted. 10k, that was not good. I only hit 20k with her if I'm crit?
Quietly now. These are
26k.
dicey.
Now you shall perish.
Can't run from death.
Alright, well this is probably the last thing I want to do in Genshin Impact. I might be able to... I think I have her talent at level 9. Where is it? Yeah. Did I get enough for 4? Maybe. Maybe. I might have just enough. If I get the double with Eula, I might be able to. Just to barely make it. But do we? Prosperity. Eula? Please. Okay, Eula, you suck. Come on, Eula. Oh, I think I have enough. Not enough? I forgot how much I said. I've been so tired today. I don't know. I don't remember the words that came out of my mouth. Oh, thank God. Okay. Hey, okay. The only one I don't have upgraded is this, which... Okay, this is actually worth leveling up just because the charge attack is super good. Like, adding the charge attack as a part of your skill set, or as a part of your, like, your cycle, your fucking team cycle, is definitely worth it. So I'm pretty sure leveling this up levels up the breakthrough Barbietas. I don't have any more philosophy. Shit. Well, I'll have to do that another day. Because I'm out of resin. Do I have, do I have any fragile resin? Dude, I'm just hoarding these. Vermilion hereafter and echo. What the fuck? I have one of these. Okay, hold on. Gambling time, baby. Da, 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 da. Nothing.
All the world holds dear.
Honestly, the standard banner like isn't even exciting anymore. Like, what am I gonna get? Another Skyward Spine?
Alone and
Yeah, I forgot I was checking. I have 45. Not that much, honestly. Why do I have so many of these? I have this too. After using an elemental burst, this character will gain nascent light effect, increasing their attack by... Oh, this is for Shao, right? The purple one is for Shao for some reason, and then the other one, I don't actually know who it's for. Oh wait, the other one is the RNG one, right? The normal attack RNG artifact? I don't remember. And honestly, I don't care. Okay. Oh. I guess that's it for Genshin Impact. There's, yeah, I was gonna do also Shinobu's story quest, but or hangout event, but I think that's in the latter half, right? That's in 14 days. Yeah, I can't do that right now, unfortunately. Dude, I have, hold on. I have so many of these that I haven't touched at all. I did these 5 and then never again touched this. It's so much work to have to do these though, because you have to like do every single path, every single option. And like, who wants to hang out with Goru, right? Like, nobody wants to hang out with this guy. I kind of do want to hang out with Beto though. Toma's also pretty cool. I like Toma. Okay, well that's it. I'm gonna now open a different video game. Should I play Dying Light? Dude, it's been... Okay. It's been so long since I played that. I played that before I played Elden Ring, and then I forgot about Dying Light and Pokemon Arceus in favor of Elden Ring. Alright. I'm going to open the game. Where's Genshin? There it is. Alright, goodbye Genshin. I'll see you later. See you another day.